Attention, please. Ami Job and Ibrahim Jalo, if you're here, please come to the high table. Ami Job and Ibrahim Jalo, please come forward. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, may I kindly have your attention? Please rise as we warmly welcome the President of the Republic of the Gambia, His Excellency Adama Barrow. Your Excellency, welcome to the Youth Innovation Summit 2026. We are truly honored to have you with us, sir. Welcome. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, may I kindly ask that we remain standing for the national anthem of the Republic of the Gambia. Thank you very much. You may please take your seats. At this moment, we would like to invite everyone to please pray according to our very own individual ways. Amen. May the God Almighty we serve continue to answer all our prayers. Your Excellency, Mr. Adama Barrow, President of the Republic of the Gambia, Her Excellency, Madam Fatoumata Bah Barrow, First Lady of the Republic of the Gambia, Honorable Maud K. Cisse, Minister of Trade, Regional Integration and Employment, Honorable Professor Pierre Gomez, Minister of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, Honorable Ministers here present and senior government officials, members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, Mrs. Aissatou Cisse, Director of Marketing and Communication, Comium, representatives of our development partners and the private sector, Master Ibrahim Ajalo, Ms. Ami Job, youth leaders, entrepreneurs, innovators, members of the media, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, good morning and welcome to Sir Dawda Kairaba Jawara International Conference Center. My name is Andy Kema and I'll be your Master of Ceremony for the Youth Innovation Summit 2026. It is wonderful to see this room bringing together people from different sectors and backgrounds around one shared interest, the future of young people and the future of the Gambia. Today gives us an opportunity to have an important conversation around irregular migration, civic participation and national cohesion, youth empowerment and entrepreneurship, as well as digital transformation and artificial intelligence. But we hope this summit goes beyond speeches. We hope it creates ideas, connections, and opportunities. To our government representatives, development partners, and private sector, thank you for being here and for supporting initiatives that create opportunities for young people. To our entrepreneurs, innovators, and youth leaders, thank you for continuing to show what you do for Gambians. And to the young people in the room, this platform is for you. Listen, participate, ask questions, and make connections and take advantages of the opportunities around you today. We are also particularly honored to have with us His Excellency President Adama Barrow, President of the Republic of the Gambia, and First Lady Madam Fatoumata Bah Barrow. Your presence here this morning gives great significance to this gathering, and we thank you for accepting the invitation to preside over the summit and for your government's continued support towards youth development and empowerment. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me once more in appreciating His Excellency President Adama Barrow. The future of the Gambia is a shared responsibility. Government has a role, the private sector has a role, our partners have a role, and young people themselves have an important role to play. So I hope today gives all of us something to learn, something to share, and something to take forward. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to the Youth Innovation Summit 2026. We will now get straight into our program. The private sector, as we all know, has an important role to play in creating opportunities and supporting innovation among young people. It is therefore fitting that we begin our remarks with one of the partners supporting this platform. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the Director of Marketing and Communication at Comium, Mrs. Aissatou Cisse, to deliver her remarks.
Good morning, Your Excellency, President of the Republic of the Gambia, Mr. Adama Barrow, Honorable First Lady, Fatoumata Bah Barrow, Honorable Ministers, distinguished government officials, members of the Diplomatic Corps, esteemed organizers, invited guests, members of the media, and most importantly, the young people of the Gambia. Assalamu alaikum. It is both an honor and a privilege to stand before you today on behalf of Comium, the proud main sponsor of 2026 Youth Innovation Summit. First, I would like to congratulate the organizers for bringing together this remarkable platform that empowers young Gambians with knowledge, skills, opportunities needed to shape a brighter future. This summit is more than an event. It's an investment in the next generation of innovators, entrepreneurs, creators, leaders who will define the future of our country. At Comium, we firmly believe that the greatest resource the Gambia possesses is its young people. With over half of the population under the age of 30, our nation's future depends on how well we prepare for the youth to thrive increasingly in a digital and technology-driven world. That is why we support for this summit that goes beyond sponsorship. It reflects our commitment to creating opportunities that enables young people to learn, innovate, connect, and succeed. The world is changing at an unprecedented pace. Artificial intelligence, digital connectivity, cloud computing, automation, cybersecurity, and data analytics are no longer concepts of the future. They are tools shaping economies today. Nations that embrace these technologies will lead the world tomorrow. For our beloved Gambia to remain competitive, our young people must not only consume technology, but they must build, improve it, and use it to solve real challenges that face our communities. Whether it's developing digital businesses, creating innovative mobile applications, improving agriculture through technology, modernizing healthcare, expanding access to education, or our youth have the creativity and potential to become drivers in national transformation. As a GSM company, Comium understands that connectivity is the foundation of innovation. Every entrepreneur who launches an online business, every student who attends a virtual class, every software developer writing code, every innovator building digital solutions depends on reliable communication networks. This is why Comium continues to invest in expanding connectivity, improving our network coverage, and making data services more accessible and absolutely affordable. We believe that digital inclusion should not only be a privilege anymore, it should be an opportunity available to every Gambian. Our vision aligns perfectly with the Gambia's digital transformation agenda. At Comium, we are not only connecting people, we're investing in the digital platforms that enable innovation, expand access to digital services, support entrepreneurs, and create opportunities for young investors across the country. Today's summit reflects vision. The workshops, the mentorship sessions, the entrepreneur discussions, AI and digital transformation panels, innovation competitions, and career development opportunities are exactly the kind of initiatives that inspire confidence, unlock creativity, and prepare young people for meaning participation in the digital economy. To the young people here today, I encourage you to embrace every opportunity this summit offers. Take advantage of every session. Network with your peers. Challenge conventional thinking. Collaborate, create, lead, ask questions, learn new skills, and share your ideas confidently. Innovation does not require perfection. It simply requires curiosity, courage, and persistence. The next groundbreaking startup, the next AI solution, solving local problems, the next successful entrepreneur, or the next tech leader could be sitting right here in this room today. As Comium, we are proud to stand beside you on this journey. We believe in empowering the youth through technology as one of the most sustainable investments we can make in our nation's future. Together with the government, development partners, educational institutions, and private sector, we can create an ecosystem where innovation flourishes and where every Gambian has the opportunity to reach its full potential. Allow me to conclude by reaffirming Comium's commitment to supporting initiatives that advance education, innovation, entrepreneurship, and digital transformation across our country. To the organizers, I see your vision, and thank you. To our partners, thank you for believing in the potential of the Gambian youth. I know I'm no longer a youth, but I'm 100% behind you guys. And to every person in here today, dream boldly, innovate fiercely, embrace technology responsibly, and remember that the future of the Gambia is not something that you will inherit. It is something that you will create. On behalf of Comium Gambia Limited, I wish you all a successful, impactful, and inspiring Youth Innovation Summit. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Aida Cisse of Comium, and our special appreciation to Comium for supporting this initiative and investing in a platform that places young people and innovation at the center of every communication. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, may I now invite you to turn your attention to the screen as we watch a short video presentation.
I'm a graduate from USET, which is the University of Science and Applied Engineering and Technology here in the Gambia. Graduated in 2024 with a BSc in Mechanical Engineering. Well, for high school, I went to Gambia Methodist Academy in Bakau, and after graduating there, I went to GTTI to do a certificate in motor vehicle systems. And prior to this, I'd always had an interest in aeroplanes, to be specific, and fixing things, so machines. So whenever something broke down at home, my dad would have spanners around. I would help him to fix things. So that is really where the interest developed. And I think that just continued throughout my learning, because whenever my father had the opportunity, he would get engineering books for me, books on planes and things like that. So the interest really developed from there. And I made the decision in high school to study engineering.
I wanted to study engineering. I had a passion for engineering, to fix things, to look at machinery and assemble, and always wonder how this is created, how this is manufactured. So I had this deep passion for engineering, and I really wanted to study engineering. At that time, there was no engineering program, proper engineering program being done in the country. When it comes to mechanical engineering, we only had HNDs and diplomas, not bachelors. So I opted to study out of the country, and I applied to so many schools outside of the country.
Well, as a young person growing up, it would have been somewhere in the US or the UK, somewhere abroad, because at the moment there was really no university here that did engineering, and I was aware of that at that point. So I wasn't really thinking about studying or doing a BSc in the Gambia.
And during this period, USET was transformed. And while it was transformed, we learned about the three courses, the three programs that would be offered. That's the mechanical engineering, the civil engineering, and the electrical and electronics engineering. It was a tough decision to make, because mostly when you're from high school, everyone expects you to travel outside of the country to get a lot of experience and study. But I decided I would study in the Gambia. Looking at the program, it looked too good. And for so many other colleagues we had, it looked too good to be true. That you would have the government of the Gambia would collaborate with esteemedly recognized universities across the world to offer these programs. And once we enrolled, the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, which was recognized at that time as the number one in the world in terms of quality education. And it was all over the news. And this was the university that was going to offer us engineering programs. When you look at the West African countries, KNUST is ranked top university. And the government of the Gambia really went all out to ensure that this is the university that is mentoring and guiding the first batch of homegrown engineers in the country. It was a tough journey, and without the government's help, we wouldn't have achieved this.
So as the first batch of students in USET, our lecturers came from KNUST in Ghana, which is one of the most renowned universities in Africa and even the world. And that was really interesting to me, knowing that I would be getting world-class training. And when I started the program, it was difficult, to be honest, but I didn't lose hope, because difficult things shouldn't stop us from getting to where we want to, once we have focus and drive. And so I continued with the program, and I saw that our lecturers really wanted to see us succeed, and they did their best to help us through that process. And once I recognized that, I decided that this is the place where I need to be.
The studies that we had was completely different from what we are used to. The Gambian is used to being pampered while studying, and this was not the case. We were trained as hardcore engineers. We didn't have a break. Every single moment, every single thing we do, every single thing every single process, we had to go with precision and ensuring that it is executed successfully without errors. From the courses we did to the mode of delivery, it was tough. We had a complete Ghanaian teaching structure, even though it was blended with the Gambian teaching style. But this was extremely tough because this is not something we're used to. We're not used to rigorous, extreme learning hours. And when I look at our colleagues at the other universities, they would always question, why are you going to school every single day? We had no choice. We were doing engineering, and I told someone else, it's not a reading course. We had to do practicals, we had to do the theoretical aspect, we had to leave this classroom to go into the fields to know what is being done in the Gambia and how we're able to now blend the new knowledge we have to better the country. So I think this is a roadmap that would not have been possible if the Gambian government did not sit to question, what do I need, what do the young people need, and how do I ensure this would suit my market, this would suit my population. And the government of the Gambia really went all out to ensure that this is the university that is mentoring and guiding the first batch of homegrown engineers in the country. It was a tough journey, and without the government's help, we wouldn't have achieved this. We were given full scholarships, and we were given almost everything we wanted to ensure that this program succeeds. I remember we were nicknamed the babies of government. We were nicknamed the babies of Mohas because this was a project that everyone who understood that the cream of the nation cannot be produced outside of the nation was very passionate about. And we really ensured we journeyed with the government, with the partner institutions to establish what we now know as USEP today.
Thank you very much, Control Room. Thank you so much. And thanks to the Smile Media team for putting such a beautiful piece together. Ladies and gentlemen, just to remind you, this summit is proudly sponsored by Comium and is in association with the Ministry of Youth and Sports, Ministry of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, Pasma Company Limited, Africell, Ajib Bank, Smile Media, IIHT, Star TV, Q Money, and Ma Foundation for Women. Before we proceed, permit me to specially recognize the presence of Her Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic of the Gambia. Ma, thank you for gracing this occasion with your presence, and through your unwavering support for women, children, and vulnerable communities, you have touched countless lives across our nation. And indeed, your decision to be here today is another clear demonstration of your love and commitment to the young people of the Gambia. It is for this reason that many affectionately regard you as the mother of the nation, and we are deeply honored to have you here. Thank you so much. One of the key areas of this summit is entrepreneurship and empowering young people to turn ideas into opportunities. And who better to speak to than a young person who is an entrepreneur himself? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Ibrahim Jallo to deliver his remarks.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله رب العالمين. Your Excellency President Adama Barrow, Madam First Lady Fatouba Barrow, Honorable Ministers present, Presidential Advisor, Ambassador of China, Honorable Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly CDS Kenjai, Governors present, Chief of Staff Ali Ulum, distinguished guest, Youth Innovation Summit Organizing Committee, ladies and gentlemen, and my fellow young Gambians, I greet you all. My name is Ibrahim Jallo from Yalam, District. I completed my primary upper basic school, education in Farafenni, then proceeded to Gambia Senior Secondary School, where I graduated 2018. Following my secondary school education, I pursued tertiary education at International Community College, where I obtained high national diploma in business administration. Upon completion, the Bagway journey came into my mind, and Taking the Road was the only song I listened to. November 27, 2019 at midnight, the journey started from Bara with so many youths, all full of hope. We spent 8 days underwater, 8 days of sun, fear, little food, and holding on to hope. We believed we could reach a better future, but didn't make it. Off the coast of Mauritania, our boat had an accident in hope dashed out, where many people lost their life. I still wake up with taste of salt in my mouth and the sound of the sea in my ears. I still see the faces of those I tried to save, friends, cousins, brothers, and even former classmates. I remember the moment our boat capsized off the coast of Mauritania. Over 100 Gambians did not come home that fateful night. They are not numbers to me. They are the names I whisper when the nights are long and the future looks uncertain. I stood on the edge of that journey because I wanted a future that felt impossible here. Because hope and fear can look very much the same when you are young and desperate. I survived, but many did not. The survivors carry not only our own wounds, but the weight of promises we made to those we lost. Promise to live, to remember, and to build something better. Then come 2022, a young guy again with great ambition threw himself into political arena after a tense consultation with families and relatives. I contested for parliamentary election in Lower Badibu constituency as an independent candidate. Yes, I finished third place behind UDP and NPP candidate, but I made them sweat for their money. I want to assure you, Mr. President, that from February 2026, I am 100% MPP with me and my over 710 votes that I got. Finally, I ventured into entrepreneurship. With the help of relatives, I started a small mobile business. Today, I sell, I fix, I connect. I am okay, alhamdulillah. But I confess to you, sometimes the thought of the Bagway creeps into my heart again when business is slow or when I see doors that won't open. That is why this summit matters. Innovation and opportunity are the lifelines that can pull us back from dangerous choices. To the youths in this hall, your ideas, your startups, your courage are weapons against despair. To our leaders, including Mr. President, invest in jobs, vocation training, access to capital, mentorship, and truthful information about the risks of irregular migration. Listen to survivors, support entrepreneurs. Let us honor the 100+ Gambian citizens who lost lives by building country where no young Gambians feel the sea is their only hope. Let us turn grift into invention, fear into enterprise, and loss into steadfast determination. We can make it here together. After the experience I have gone through, taking the Bagway journey is never taught my mind again. We have to change our mindsets and believe we can make it here. It may be difficult, but it is possible. It requires a lot of patience. I encourage every youth who is here today to believe in yourself and work hard and leave the rest to Allah. Thank you all.
What an experience. Thank you very much for sharing that with us. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, at the center of this very summit are the young people themselves. This platform is ultimately about the experiences, aspirations, and the future they want to build. It is therefore my pleasure to invite Ms. Ami Job, who will speak to us from the perspective of a youth participant. A round of applause for Ami Job.
His Excellency, the President Adama Barrow, Her Excellency the First Lady of the Republic of the Gambia, the Ambassador of the People's Republic of China, Honorable Ministers, Presidential Advisors, members of the National Assembly, representatives of the government institutions, development partners, the organizers of the Youth Innovation Summit, fellow panelists, members of the media, invited guests, and my fellow young people, good morning to you all. The youths are happy. It's a great honor and a privilege to stand before you today. My name is Ami Job, and I serve as the National Coordinator of Safe Home for Migrants Association, a women-led organization dedicated to promoting safe migration, supporting returnees, empowering survivors of human trafficking, and creating opportunities for young people across the Gambia. Today's summit is timely because it reminds us that the future of our country depends not only on the dreams of its young people, but also on the opportunities we create for them. When we speak about irregular migration, we must understand that behind every statistic is a human story, a young man or a woman with dreams, ambitious, and hopes for a better life. I know this because I live that reality. Before I became an advocate, I was simply a young woman searching for opportunities like many others. I believed that leaving my country will automatically lead to a better future. Instead, my journey became one of the most difficult experiences of my life. I became a victim of human trafficking and faced exploitation, fear, and uncertainty. There were moments when I questioned whether I will ever return home alive. Those experiences changed my life forever. But they did not define me. Instead, they give me a purpose. Today, I stand before you not as a victim, but as a survivor who has transformed pain into purpose. My experience motivates me every day to ensure that other young people do not fall into the same traps I did. Through SAHMA, we work directly with returnees, survivors, and communities to raise awareness about dangers of irregular migration while also promoting safe migration pathways, skills development, entrepreneurship, and reintegration. The truth is that most of these young people do not migrate because they want to leave their families. They migrate because they are searching for hope, employment, education, security, and dignity. Our responsibility is not to discourage dreams. Our responsibility is to create opportunities that makes those dreams possible here at home. This is where innovation becomes so important. Innovation is not only about technology or artificial intelligences. Innovation is about finding creative solutions to everyday challenges. A young entrepreneur who starts a small business is an innovator. A farmer who uses modern farming techniques is also an innovator. A software developer creating digital solutions is also an innovator. A young woman using social media to educate her community or market her products is also an innovator. Innovation begins with an idea, but it grows through support, mentorship, investment, and determination. If we truly want to reduce irregular migration, then we must invest in young people, ideas, talents, and potential. We must expand access to quality education, vocational training, entrepreneurship, digital skills, and decent employment. When young people have opportunities, they are empowered to build their futures without risking their lives on dangerous migration routes. To my fellow young people, I want to leave you with these messages. Never allow desperation to make decisions for your future. Believe in your abilities, invest in your skills, seek mentorship, take advantage of opportunities like this summit. And also remember that success is not measured by how far you travel, but by the positive impact you create wherever you are. To our government, development partners, and private sectors, I sincerely thank you for your continued investment in youth development. I encourage you all to continue creating policies and programs that place young people at the center of national development. When we invest in youth, we invest in peace, innovation, and sustainability development. As I conclude, I would like to remind us all that every young person deserves the chance to dream safely and achieve those dreams with dignity. Let us build a Gambia where innovation replaces desperation, where opportunity replaces exploitation, and where migration becomes a choice rather than necessity. Together we can build a future where young people are not forced to risk their life searching for hope because they already found hope in our country. I thank you all for your kind attention, and may Allah continue to bless the Gambia and guide us all to work together for a brighter future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ami Job. And I hope that throughout today's summit, we will continue to hear more voices and ideas from the young people in this room. Before we continue, permit me to specially acknowledge the presence of the Honorable Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable C.D. S.K. Njai. Honorable Deputy Speaker, we are grateful for your presence and your continued support for initiatives that empower the young people of our country. You are most welcome, sir. I also want to warmly recognize the presence of His Excellency Ambassador Liu Yin, Ambassador of the People's Republic of China. Your Excellency, we deeply appreciate your presence and value the friendship and partnership between China and the Gambia, particularly in advancing development and creating opportunities for young people. We are also very honored to have you with us, sir. Welcome. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, music, they say, has a special way of bringing people together, inspiring hope, and reminding us of what is possible. Our next performer is someone who has used her voice not only to entertain, but also to inspire and advocate for positive change. She is one of the Gambia's finest talent, a gifted singer and passionate activist whose music continues to touch hearts both home and beyond our borders. Today, she joins us to celebrate the power and potential young people bring through music. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome Mariama Cham.
mang leen di nuyu nuyu ci seen tur ak ci seen santa ci la seen jàmmi yaraame am na loo xam ne mu ngi ci dëkk bi bu leen ko seetaan xiyo bek ngaayo bi amul solo bu ñu ko seetaan Salaamaaleykum Mr. President mang lay nuyu Can I have this? Nuyu ci sa tur ak ci sa santa di la sa jàmmi yaraame am na loo xam ne mu ngi ci dëkk bi bu ñu ko seetaan yaxante der bi ci dëkk bi waruñ ko seetaan li fi waay def rek sa boppa soo ko defan fekkee ñun xale Gambia yi santanen Yàlla yal na ñu Yàlla yóbbu ci kanam wax leen amin yaa rabbi yal na ñu Yàlla yóbbu ci kanam ne leen amin yaa rabbi salaamaaleykum salaamale yo jamala di nuyu ci seen tur ak ci seen santa di laaj seen jàmmi yara Viva Gambia everybody Viva Gambia Viva Gambia Viva 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 His Excellency Viva Viva liku ci bokku dina we liku ci bokku dina we nuyu ci seen tur ak ci seen santa di la seen jàmmi yara Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to share my voice with these amazing people. Thank you, His Excellency, Madam Fatma Baro, and everybody present here. My name is Mariama Cham, of course. I'm one of the voices, amplifying our voices to impact social change, inshallah. Maro chambe tileva, Maro. We're performing together, yeah? Maro chambe tileva, Maro chambe tile, Maro wana chambe tileva. Keto sane mane, keto sane mane, keto sane mane ba. Any sane here? Maro jambe tileva, Maro jambe tileva. Falamba demba borta. Falamba demba borta. Demba man bori fa falaki sansondala. Keso banta mungo banta. Gabunyan chota borla kelela. Kelefa, 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 Kelefa. Kabunyancho, yancho the body la, yancho the silala, yancho, yancho, yeah. Maro chambeti leva. Maro chapetile, maro ana chapetile ba. Balamba demba borta, balamba demba borta. Balamba demba borta. Falamba demba bota, demba man bori fa falaki sansondala, keso bata munko bata, kabunyan jota borla kelelafa.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Mariam Acham. Some people were trying to sing, but their voice could not match Mariam Acham's. Some of them were doing, If you know you cannot sing like me, just keep quiet and just do this. Huh? Just do that. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause one more time for Mariam Acham. She is indeed the golden voice of the Gambia. And please, when we have artists like this, if they are organizing events, let's do our best to support them. Because if we don't support our own, who else will support ours? So, Mariam Acham, we want to say thank you very much for gracing us with your beautiful voice. May God continue to bless you. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, an event of this nature requires partnership and a great deal of work behind the scenes. Government institutions, partners, sponsors, organizers, volunteers, and many others have contributed to making today possible. To formally express our appreciation, I now invite Ms. Maimuna Platt to deliver the vote of thanks.
Andy was throwing punches. I think he was talking to me because I was trying to sing. I saw you. Your Excellency, President of the Republic of the Gambia, Mr. Adama Barrow, Your Excellency, First Lady, Madam Fatuba Barrow, Honorable Ministers of respective ministries, Your Excellency, the Ambassador of the People's Republic of China, members of the Diplomatic Corps, government and private officials, presidential advisors, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, above all, young people of the Gambia. Greetings of the day to you all. On behalf of the organizing committee, I stand here today with immense gratitude to God Almighty for granting us the grace and strength to see this remarkable event through. First and foremost, I extend our deepest appreciation to the young people of the Gambia. You are the heartbeat of this summit. You traveled from across the 7 regions of the Gambia, representing diverse institutions, youth organizations, united with a common purpose to shape the future of our nation. Your passion, dedication, and commitment to these issues that affect your well-being are the very reason this summit was existing. We celebrate you, and we believe today will be an unforgettable experience of learning, innovation, and inspiration. Our sincere gratitude goes to the management and staff of the Banjul International Convention Center, famously known as the OIC. Despite our endless requests and adjustments, you welcomed us with patience and generosity. Your support through discounts and offers has been invaluable, and we are truly grateful. To our sponsors, all of them on the billboard, Comium especially, we extend our deepest gratitude, thanking you for believing in this vision. Your unwavering support has transformed this summit from an idea into a reality. By investing in young people, you're not only fueling innovation today, but also laying a foundation for a brighter and prosperous Gambia. Your contributions are more than financial. They are a vote of confidence in the creativity, reliance, and leadership of our young people. Truly, your partnership is an investment in the future of this nation. To our media houses, we extend our heartfelt gratitude for your presence. Your commitment ensures that this message and the impact of this summit will reach far and wide across the nation and beyond. To those who are not able to be here with us today to share the desire to participate in these rich experiences and insight that will unfold, we assure you that the spirit of the outcomes of this gathering will resonate with you wherever you are. To our distinguished resource persons, we are indebted to you all for your willingness, your shared experience, and expertise across the four themes of the conference. We acknowledge you, and your knowledge is a gift to the participants. Your presence enriches this summit beyond measure. So we acknowledge you, and we look forward to have a fruitful session with you. To the organizing committees, words cannot capture the depth of your sacrifice. You have worked tirelessly, selflessly, and with unwavering commitment, often even contributing your own resources to this conference, ensuring that it is impactful, it is memorable, and it is transformative. Your dedication is the backbone of this success, and we thank you profoundly. Finally, Your Excellency, we honor you, sir. We are thanking you for answering to the call of leadership when the nation needed stability. Your sacrifice, your vision created an environment of peace, opportunity, and as a chief sponsor of this event, your passion for youth empowerment shines through. We thank you, sir. Your youth agenda on education, employment, and community engagement is a beacon of hope for our generation. Through your government scholarship programs, we have seen the videos, thousands of young Gambians gain access to quality education both at home and abroad. These scholarships are often have opened doors for young people to pursue higher education, vocational trainings, and skills trainings, equipping them and contributing meaningfully to the national development. Coupled with job creation, entrepreneurship, you have giving young people the tools to thrive through community engagement, you have also inspired us to take ownership in nation building. These efforts have encouraged Gambians, especially abroad, to return, myself included with all of some other people that I know, to return, invest, and to contribute in national development. For these, sir, we are very grateful and we honor you. Ladies and gentlemen, the summit is not the end, but the beginning of a greater innovation, collaboration, and nation building. May the spirit of youth continue to drive Gambia forward. Godspeed to our great nation, Gambia, and Godspeed to you all. I thank you all for your kind attention.
Thank you very much, Maimuna Platt. And once again, our sincere appreciation to everyone who has played a part in bringing this summit to life. Throughout this morning, one message has been clear. The development of young people requires partnership. It requires young people who are prepared to learn and take initiatives. It requires a private sector willing to create opportunities. It requires development partners and civil society willing to provide support. And importantly, it requires government to continue creating an environment where young people can learn, innovate, participate, and contribute to national development. We are therefore honored to have the father of the nation with us today. It demonstrates that conversations about their future, their ideas, and challenges they face have a place at the highest level of national leadership. The summit itself seeks to empower young people with knowledge and opportunities while strengthening collaboration between youth, government, and private sector and development partners. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the President of the Republic of the Gambia to deliver the keynote address of the Youth Innovation Summit 2026. Your Excellency.
The First Lady of the Republic of the Gambia, Honorable Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable Cabinet Ministers, Honorable Members of the National Assembly, the Administrative Secretary of the National People's Party, the Chief Executive Officer of Comion, Chief Executive Officers and business leaders, representatives of the diplomatic community and development partners. My dear young Gambians, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, members of the media, I think I look younger than maybe all of you today. Younger than Sidi Jai, younger than Aliun. Today is the day of the young people. I listen to young people talking about their stories. I have a story to tell myself. My story is not the back way, but my story at the age of 23 when I finished high school. I thought my future lies somewhere else, not in the Gambia. So everything about Gambia was discounted in my life. I did everything possible to make sure I get to Europe. But there was an influence when you see Gambians who came back on holidays. You know, semester bi ñëw na de. So it's like you think that is the end of the world. And I said, I have to do everything possible to embark on the journey to Europe so that it will change my life, change my future, change the future of my family. But that was not the correct story. I embarked on the journey, tried to look for a visa, got a passport from immigration. I was having a friend by then called Iliman Yas. His father was the deputy director of immigration, Bobu Nyas. He took me to Bobu Nyas' office that immediately finishing school, I'll embark on a journey going to Europe to go and hustle. Quickly, he helped me with the passport. I was living with my brother who was working with the Gambia Airways. When I told him about my intention, he said, I'm a staff of the Gambia Airways. I can get you a discount ticket. You see, it was very exciting. To cut the story short, I got my passport, got my visa. My journey was either I fly on Sunday or on Tuesday. But I was somebody who loves wrestling. So I do go watch wrestling every weekend. Between Sunday and Tuesday, and there was very interesting wrestling going on Sunday. I can still remember, I have a very good memory. The combat was between Marlboro and Balagay Senior of Senegal. So, but the combat in the Gambia is different from that of Senegal. In the Gambia, it is Saturday and Sunday. The same wrestle is wrestled on Saturday twice, and twice on Sunday. So I watched that of the Saturday. It was a match, it was a kneel. I was so interested to see what did happen on Sunday. I said, no, I think I will fly on Tuesday. I will cancel my Sunday tour. I went home. I told my brother, but I think I will wait for the combat, then Tuesday I travel. He said, you disturb everybody here that you are going to Europe, and you have the opportunity to travel on Sunday. You are talking about Tuesday, you're traveling on Sunday. So I have to travel on Sunday. I got visa for Brussels, but my ticket was England and then Brussels. In those days, there was no visa between Gambia and England. In 1988, I traveled to England. I landed at the Gatwick International Airport, but my transit was Heathrow. So they gave me 2 weeks visa so that I can get the plane from Heathrow. From Heathrow, I traveled to Brussels. I get into a hotel because it's hustling now. My visa, that's where it ends. And my destination was Germany. Yes, very interesting. So I contacted some of my Sarahule friends. They came to see me. They said, we are going to organize somebody for you, but you pay him this kind of amount so that he'll smuggle you from Brussels to France. They made the arrangement. Early in the morning, the guy is at the hotel door for us to embark on the journey to France. So we traveled from Brussels. He drove from Brussels all the way to France. That was not my final destination, but it was Lille. I have to pick the train from Lille to travel to Strasbourg. Unfortunately, I cannot speak French. That was my biggest problem when I get to France. I have never traveled. I have never seen a train station. When he dropped me around the train station, he said, "This is the train station." What is this? I have not seen any train. I have not seen anything. I was expecting that I will see a train somewhere. I was around the door and it was very cold. This is in October. October, yeah. It was very cold outside. I was like, if I see any person, Place de la train station. They will not understand what I'm talking about. But I remember that people said, old people are more patient than younger people in Europe. So I was trying to look for somebody who can help me. Then I got hold of one old woman. She's very old, maybe 80 something years. She was very patient with me. I told her, I'm looking for a train station, Place de la train station. I don't know how to speak French. She held my hand and took me inside where the train station. But that is the administrative area. She said, where am I going? I said, I'm going to Strasbourg. She took my money, paid the ticket for me, and carried me where the train is. Now I saw the train. I said, well, now I'm now inside the train station. This is where the train is. Unfortunately for me, the train for Strasbourg was supposed to be 5:30 in the evening, and I was just around 11:30 in the morning. So I have to hang around. I don't know where to go. I have to hang around the train station. As I was hanging around, I saw one black guy. I called him. I greeted him. I said, I'm traveling to Strasbourg. He said, where are you from? I said, from Gambia. He said, man, mangi joge Senegal. I said, aha. Now I'm okay. I said, now I'm all right. He said, we are going to Strasbourg. Your Strasbourg train is 5:30. He said, me, I'm supposed to travel by the train at 2 o'clock. I said, well, I have to wait. I have no other alternative. Whilst I was waiting, I was with him. We were chatting with him. He said, let us go to the restaurant. We went to the restaurant. We had coffee. We ate until it was 2 o'clock. It was his time to go. I was like, wow, this is another story again. But I don't know why he changed his mind. He said, I can travel with the train, 5:30. It will pass to where I am. So I will still wait for you. He's a very nice guy. He said he's a student. So we waited until 5:30. Got into the train. He dropped. I told him I'm going to Strasbourg, but I have no address. Strasbourg. The only address I have is, if you go, ask for where black people are. This is my address. How do I say that in French? So I got to the train station at Strasbourg. I was there to catch a taxi. When I got to the taxi people, I asked them, Place de la beaucoup des Africains. They couldn't understand me. But there was one taxi driver. I repeated the saying, beaucoup de l'Africain. He came to me. He said, come inside my car. He knows where black people are. So he drove me to a mighty story building. He said, in there. I went to the door. But this is Europe. This is not Africa. You cannot just open the door and enter into somebody's house. And it's cold outside. So I was waiting outside, waiting to see whether I will see somebody who will get me in. It was very cold. I spent more than 2 hours there, outside, very cold, waiting for somebody to come and open the door for me. Fortunately, somebody came out, the Senegalese. He said, yow looy def fi? Man dañ ma wax ne fu nit ñi ñuul yi nekk pour ma dem foofu ma gisee ñoom pour man damay continuer dem jaamani. Mu ne ma nu tax dugguloo mais da nga war a dugga ma ne ko man xaw ma fi kenn naka lay duggee mu ne ma yow sedda bi xal na la gaaña You know, Africans, they are so open. He got me in. When we got inside, she had the sitting room. He said, "You're from Gambia?" I said, "Yes." He said, "I'm not being a Gambian Bufineka. I'm still looking for him, but I cannot find him." He said, "I'm not Gambian Bufineka. Lamin Kamara la tuda. Teda na bepare wa na ko dem e. Ne am na gan." He woke him up. This is around 3 o'clock night. They woke him up. He was sleeping. When he came, he said, "You're from Gambia?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Okay, wait. Let me prepare you somewhere that you can spend the night." He brought in a mattress, part of the kitchen area. He put my mattress there inside the kitchen. This is where I'm going to sleep. He warmed some food for me, and I ate. He said, "I'm going to bed. We see tomorrow when I close from work." He gave me food, I ate, I slept. In the morning, he went to work. He came back around in the evening. He prepared food. We ate. He invited me in his house. "What do you want?" I said, "I want to go to Germany." He said, "Why do you want to go to Germany?" I said, "That's my destination. My address is for Germany." He said, "No, you can work in France here. There is work here." I said, "No, I want to go to Germany. That's where the money is." Because you see Gambians coming from Germany driving big cars, putting all these chains and everything. Semester bangini, niya gotopa, halis bangi now. So, no, it's not here. It's there. He asked me, "How much money am I having?" The money I was having is very little. When I told him, he said, "This cannot afford to hire a taxi for you. But now you have to wait for others, for you to join with them, so that both of you can pay to hire the taxi. Now, this is indefinite. You don't know when those people are coming. So now you are hanging on the balance." But I was very lucky. That same evening, they said somebody came from Italy. Nyakasi Ture. Yes. Nyakasi Ture came from Italy. He was having a lot of money. Nyakasi said he's going to hire a taxi. He told him, "There is another Gambian here. He can pay you and you hire the taxi." He told me, "Get ready." We joined the taxi. I can still remember it was a Renault 12. Yes, Airbus. So we traveled to Germany. Guess what happened? Nyakasi was not having an address. Me, I was having an address. He said, "Then I think you don't have to pay for the taxi. Now you take me to your address." I was having a cousin. He was there since 1986. It's called Jarga Kuwait. I was having his address in Baden-Baden. So the driver drove us to Baden-Baden. We get to the address. We met my cousin. He hosts us. But when I got to him, he gave us food. There was a sitting room that they joined. These are refugees. It's a refugee camp. He was in his house, but his house was very small. As tiny as maybe 1.5 meters by 2 meters. I said, "This is Germany? My house in Gambia is bigger than this one here." What is happening? Then the story now starts changing. It's not what we think. You think that there is money all over, you just go and plug the money? No. It's very difficult out there. It's easier in the Gambia than in Germany. I'm telling you. That's the truth. So we spend the night. In the morning when he closed from work, he said, "Well, here you have options. Me, I don't have work. What I do is black job. I go, trim the trees, clean the leaves. That's what I do to survive here." He said, "But there is another option. You go sell drugs." I said, "Wow." He said, "But me, I choose to do the black job than going to sell drugs. But the option is yours. Nobody advises anybody here. Whatever you want to do, that's your choice." When you sell drugs, that's where you make money. I said, okay. He said, but before all that, you have to go and register. You have registered, they process you, then now they will transfer you in a permanent asylum camp, but you have a temporal one where you are processed. He said that one is in Karlsruhe. So they took me to Karlsruhe to go and register. I registered as a refugee. I was with Nyakasi, with other Gambians, but I was the only one who went to school among them. So I prepared all their applications. We divided ourselves. Somebody will say I'm a GPP member, somebody will say I'm NCP. So we all divided ourselves to, to put a case. So we apply our asylum. While you are in the asylum, you wait for them to process you. If you are approved, then they transfer you to a permanent camp, but you have a temporal camp. But I observed something at the asylum camp. You have more white people than black people. It is like black people are just like a drop in the ocean among the people who are applying for asylum, white people. I say, we thought that all white people are rich. Huh? Carla? Let them take him outside. Yes. Right, it's okay. It's okay.
He has passed the story, so he understood what it means.
Okay, let it be calm. Yes. Okay. Asylum. Thank you. Yes, it's okay. Thank you. So I was processed. We were accepted temporarily. There are further processes that you do. Whilst we were in that camp, in a room and a parlor, they will host minimum 10 of you in the room and a parlor. In that room and a parlor where I was staying, they were all white people, different countries. I can still remember there was one guy, he came from Italy. He's some kind of a handicap. Lunch will start from 12 o'clock by then to 5 o'clock in the evening. He'll always come to me and say, mangiare. Mangiare is food in Italian. That's the only word I understand in Italian. You say mangiare. So you'll go to go get food. You have a queue. You can spend like 1 hour in the queue before you get to get your food. You queue for the food. Somebody will put rice for you. Somebody will put sauce for you. Then different. Then when you finish with collecting that, they have a spoon here, Knife here, you go, you collect. You go and sit down. When you eat finish, you have to replace it that way. And you will go to the other queue. They'll give you your dinner. It's canned food. They give you corned beef, they give you bread, they give you this. Then you go. So it's over for the day. That was the routine. And the houses where we were living, the heating system was charcoal. So that means every evening you have to go get charcoal. There is a store. You have to go get charcoal. And it's time for, if you miss that day, you will regret it for the rest of your life. So we are very permanent with that. But after we, the Gambians who were there, we were about 8 Gambians. We organized ourselves together. We moved to live together. We tried to contribute money so that we will cook Gambian food. So we contribute. Then there are a few Gambians who have experienced Europe. They're able to cook. So that's why the one cooking. We are the one that cannot cook. We'll now be given the money to go buy all the things that we need. When you come back also, you do the cleaning and everything. You clean the bowls, everything, you are the one who is doing that. So they do the cooking. So we share food together. Unfortunately, my application was rejected. Myself and Nyakas. So the few things that we have, let us go and collect them. Now it is serious business now. Before we realize, you have police all over. Came with their cars, everything. We were escorted to go to their headquarters in Frankfurt. We are processed. When we are processed now, we are ready for deportation, but they are looking for tickets for us. Then they have a holding cell for all the ones that are supposed to be deported. But neither I'm the leader among them. They put me in a one-man cell. In this cell, they have a concrete slab, very hard, and they give you 2 blankets. Now it's your choice to spread the other one and cover with the other one. And your toilet is inside there, but the floss is outside. They give you small bread with white, I don't know whether it is butter or whatever. I think for 48 hours almost I didn't eat that bread. It was very difficult for me to eat it. And they give you very small. They come to your window, knock on your window. When you open, they give you small water for you to survive. You drink that and that's it. So you are not in control of anything. Even the lighting system, they control it from outside. At night, the police officer came and said, well, I know it's time for bed now. You want me to off the light or I leave it like this? I said, but why are you treating me that way? Am I a criminal? What have I done? What crime have I committed? He said, it's not me, it's the people up there. Who are keeping you here, it's not me. I'm just here to ask whether you want the light or not. I say, the choice is yours now, you decide. It's not me. The decision is yours. Well, we spent 48 hours there and we were deported. We bought the flight in Frankfurt in handcuffs until inside the plane. Then we took off Frankfurt, Rome. Then Rome, Casablanca. Casablanca, Dakar, Dakar, Banjul. It was a very painful time. That was the year I lost my father. My mother was mourning. And all what I got, put it together to travel to Europe. I was deported. When I get to Gambia, I have only 45 marks in my pocket. That was all I have. Where are you going to start from? That was the story. But if I was not deported from Germany, I would not have been the president of the Republic of the Gambia today. So it is not about going to other countries. It's about you, your seriousness, your commitment, your honesty will get you where you want to. From that, before I became president, I was employed 14 years. I ended up establishing my business. Before I became president, basically I have everything in this country. I have millions in my bank. I have houses that I build. I was very respected in this society. When you open your business, you have to take it as a person, you have to be serious with your business, and you have to be honest. That is very important. And you have to be hardworking. I spent 10 years here in this country. I traveled only once outside this country, to America. That 10 years I was staying in Gambia. I didn't go anywhere. Whenever I want to change environment, I go to Mankamakunda. And for 10 years, I leave my house 6:30 in the morning every day. I wake up 5 o'clock. 6:30, I leave my house every day for 10 years. Basically, I almost live in my house, in my office. If my wives want to join me, they have to wake up that time, 6:30. My mother, she want to join me, it's 6:30. My children, it's 6:30. My neighbors, they want to join me, it's 6:30. That 6:30 was permanent. So any successful man, there is a story. Don't lose hope. There is always hope. With determination, with commitment, honesty, the sky is the limit for young people. So that's my story. Thank you. It gives me pleasure to join you today for the official opening of the National Youth Summit 2026. I congratulate the organizers for bringing together young people from every region of our country. Your presence here reflects the confidence we all have in the future of the Gambia. Whenever I travel around the country, I meet young Gambians who refuse to give up on their dreams. I meet farmers, technicians, entrepreneurs, teachers, software developers, artists, and volunteers who are quietly making a difference. They remind me that the future of this nation is already being shaped in the hands of young people. For that reason, my government has continued to place youth development at the center of our national agenda. We are investing in better schools, expanding technical and vocational education, improving infrastructure, increasing access to electricity and digital connectivity, and creating conditions that attract investment and generate employment. Our recovery-focused national development plan has laid a solid foundation for growth. Building on that progress, the National People's Party 2027-2031 manifesto commit us to creating more opportunities for young people through education, skills development, entrepreneurship, digital innovation, and decent jobs. This is the direction we believe our country must continue to follow. The themes of this summit speak directly to that vision. Migration, entrepreneurship, civic responsibility, digital transformation are not separate conversations. They are connected to the future we want to build together. We understand why many young people seek opportunities elsewhere. Our responsibility is to make sure that hope also exists here at home. That is why we continue working to strengthen agriculture, tourism, manufacturing, ICT, and other productive sectors that create sustainable employment. Artificial intelligence and digital technology are changing the world at an extraordinary pace. We want Gambian youth to participate in that transformation, not simply as users of technology, but as innovators, creators, and business owners. The future belongs to those who prepare for it. I am pleased that Commune and many other members of the private sector are participating in this summit. Government alone cannot provide every opportunity our young people need. We need businesses to invest in young talent, provide entrepreneurship and apprenticeship, support innovation, and partner with government in building a stronger economy. To our development partners, I thank you for standing with the Gambia. Your partnership continues to expand opportunities for our young people, and we deeply value that cooperation. My younger brothers and sisters, continue to believe in yourself. Work hard, learn a skill, respect the law, use technology wisely, reject drugs, violence and division, protect the peace that our country enjoys, because peace remains the strongest foundation for development. I encourage you to participate fully in today's discussions. Let this summit produce ideas that can influence policy and create practical solutions for young Gambians across our country. I remain optimistic about the future because I have confidence in you. Together, we will continue building a peaceful, democratic, inclusive, and prosperous Gambia, where every young person has the opportunity to succeed. It is now my honor and privilege to officially declare the National Youth Summit 2026 open. May the Almighty bless you all. May Allah continue to bless the Republic of the Gambia. I thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a very powerful lesson in the story His Excellency has just shared. As you know, there was a time when he traveled to Germany seeking asylum and went through extremely difficult moments, including detention and uncertainty about what the future held. Yet today, that same man stands before us as President of the Republic of the Gambia. And perhaps another lesson is that if he had never returned home, he may never have become president. His journey reminds us that success is not only found abroad. You can build, succeed, and achieve great things right here in the Gambia. But of course, do not get him wrong. We should travel. Travel to learn, travel to study, to work, to do business, for leisure, for experience. But we must travel safely and make informed decisions. No dream is worth risking your life on a perilous journey without knowing what lies ahead. And to every young person in here, explore the world when opportunities come, but never underestimate what you can become right here at home. Your present circumstances do not define your destination, and His Excellency's journey is a powerful reminder of that. Thank you so much for sharing your story, sir. Thank you. At this juncture, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, may I ask everyone to kindly rise for the national anthem of the Republic of the Gambia. And right after that, we'll continue to stand as His Excellency and entourage will leave the high table to go and take their group pictures. Thank you. Thank you very much. Sir, you can please go for the group picture. And the rest of us, please remain standing whilst His Excellency. Okay. Everyone. Everyone down. Everyone who is in the hall is invited to. Okay, those who are upstairs, you are kindly advised to remain standing there or seated there. And then the rest of the instructions will come later on. Thank you very much. Everyone on the ground floor, you can exit to go take the group picture. Everyone on the ground floor can exit to go take the group picture.